When and where would be the worst time to suddenly lose your skeleton?
What kind of fucking question is that? Jesus, Buckley.
The only thing coming to mind right now is like on a roller coaster.
Climbing Mount Everest. Have you ever fucking seen those trails? Literally, like, if you fall 1 inch to one side, you're done.
Like you just shit out your skeleton.
Like, literally, if you climb Mount Everest and you're like, no, climbing Mount Everest, 1 foot to your right is a body. But if you go off the trail like 1 foot, you're done for.
But, you know, I imagine being on Batman, you know, so you shit your skeleton right out, you know, and you're just flapping skin next to your friends or family, and the ride comes to a stop and they all look at you.
So, like, say you're like, Mount Everest, I'm gonna fucking climb this shit. Like, ooh, look at all them bodies. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Your dad goes, not surprised.
And there goes your fucking skeleton, and you're on the ground forever. Like, you're done for, because you're probably gonna flop to the side.
I guess, I don't know.
And no one can save you, because if they go off to the side of the trail, they gonna die too. So you're just done for. Like, there's no saving you at that point.
When you're walking through an x-ray machine? Is that a fucking thing?
So I would say Mount Everest is definitely where I should keep my skeleton, probably. I can't think of a worse time.
Now, if you're with your mother-in-law and your skeleton runs off and blood's going everywhere and you're ruining her like curtains and shit, that's bad, man.
Maybe flying a broom in Harry Potter. That would be a horror. Like if you were flying in a Quidditch match.
But if you're just there a wobbly blob and she's feeding you tea cakes, that's fine. Not that you could chew tea cakes.
Losing your skeleton would be a stressful shit. A stressful shit. Yeah, those are the words I just used. That'd be some stressful shit. Because you'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna fucking catch this quaffle and blah, 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 and just be done. And they'd have to bone grow you in the nurse's ward forever, and it'd be weird.
Honestly, anywhere. Yeah, anywhere and anywhen would be my answer, I'm afraid.
I got it. Just before you go bungee jumping.
Okay, let's say I'm taking one of the most rigorous deuces of my entire life.
Could you imagine if you bungee jumped with no skeleton? You would just literally fall apart. You would just be like a sack of meat.
Let's say I'm taking a dump that is requiring 100% of my concentration.
Held together with just like a little epidermis. You would literally just like splat out.
And yes, I'm going this far. Let's say that I am going to the bathroom in a way that cannot even be described by mortal man.
Think about that, guys. How gross would that be?
And suddenly, boom! Skeleton disappears.
I don't know about it.
And the rest of you goes with it. That would be the worst place to lose your skeleton.
I'll test it out. I'll try it. I'll pull it up.
I am not drunk. Curry shits very similar, Strix, except after the curry shits, the rest of your internal organs goes with it.
I'll fucking do it.
Buckley.
Buckley, what? Wait a minute.
Probably when you're driving. I mean, really any time would be the worst time to lose your skeleton. Or maybe anytime you're laying down, because then you can't, well, anytime you're laying. I don't know, anytime.
Right after taking a fat dump.
Vote now.
Probably taking a poo too. I think taking a poo would be the worst time, because you just go straight into the toilet after you poo. Yeah.
Imagine if your entire skeleton just into the toilet.
Well, during sex wouldn't be too bad because you'd be way more flexible.
And then you had to pick it out of the poop.
God damn it. During a raid.
Hosting tonight's event.
The worst time would be to set. Yes,
activate.
when someone awesome raids you and you're streaming and you lose your whole skeleton. That would be like the worst time.
Are you interrogating streamers again, Buckley?
You're like on camera and you're like, hey, what's. Oh shit.
When you're getting boned.
Or if you're fucking, oh my god, can you imagine having sex and your skeleton disappearing? I mean, as a girl, it might not be as horrible.
Oh, man.
But as a boy, can you imagine you're like, yeah.
Okay. Come on. That was so good. That was so good. Don't even fail fish me. That was beautiful.
Oh yeah, I'm getting it. Shit! Shit! Huh?
Fucking 10 out of 10, Jay. Thanks, Jay. You're welcome, Jay. Nobody appreciates your jokes, Jay. I know, Jay. Only you appreciate your jokes. I hope this is in the video, Buckley.
Huh? I was almost there.
Well, you're having sex, obviously. Just go limp.
Fuck! Can't feel shit right now!
Not even your dick. It's just you.
Can you even imagine?
You just flop on her.
Can you imagine being the girl getting railed by some guy and his skeleton goes away? Can you even fucking believe that? Oh my god, that would be some stressful shit.
Right in the middle of sex.
If you were like, yeah, daddy, yeah, and he just went to Jello on top of you, you'd be like, is it me? Do I look fat?
Just imagine somebody is just like on top of you and then all of a sudden just deflates.
It would be, I mean, it'd almost be worse to be the girl.
And you're just sitting there with their skin just like...
And then suddenly you lose every bone except one. Exactly, because your boner isn't a bone. So you'd be a pile of Jello, like, pitching a tent.
So, like, would that still be functional? But then you're just like this skin sack, just like... I can't! Like, how does that work?
Where? Wait. I had the hiccups, Buckley.
Like a heavy skin blanket. It'd be like having a very heavy tarp just... Uh-oh.
Could you imagine, like, losing your skeleton during sex?
It's not good. I'd say that would be the worst.
If you talk about, like, just losing your skeleton and being, like, a fucking, like, bag of skin and organs, that would be fucking disgusting. You imagine, like, having sex with someone and it's just, like, happening?
Skin. I mean, it's all skin without the bones. It's all the body parts are just skin, basically.
That would be fucking horrifying. Imagine that for the other person, how horrifying that would be.
This is a new kind of question. Usually Buckley asks this versus this. He pits something together head to head. This, I like it. I like it. Stepping up the game here.
What would be the worst superpower? That you would spray Febreze outside, like out of your fingers. That would be the worst.
Water.
That would be no. The Febreze one would be the worst because you would be Febrezing everything. Therefore, everything would smell like Febreze. So you'd be stuck in this constant smell of Febreze.